Hare Krishna. As for the worship of devatas is concerned, even in Vedic scriptures there is mentioned about worship of different devatas get some material benefits. But Krishna mentions in Gita chapter 7 that he is the one who gives the faith in the heart of the living entities to worship the certain devata, and he is the one from whom the devatas gets the power to give benedictions to the human being. So, and ultimately he receives the all offerings and worships which is offered to the devatas. So Krishna mentions in Gita that yo yo yam tanum bhakta shraddhayarchitam icchati tasya tasyachalam shraddham tanyeva vidadamyaham. So Krishna is mentioning here yo yo yam tanum bhakta. Yo yo yam tanum bhakta means whoever worships the whichever devata, shraddhayarchitam icchati. Shraddhayarchitam means the faith to worship them, I give that. Sitting in the heart. That is, Krishna is present as a Paramatma. So he gives that faith. Okay, by worshipping this devata, I will get this benediction and this material benefit. Tasya tasya chalam shraddham. Tasya means to such kind of devata to worship, getting that strong faith, acharam shraddham, tanyeva vidadamyaham. So I give that faith to the devotee. So like that Krishna mentions. So further Krishna mentions that, and whatever we receive the material benefits from the devatas, that is actually given by Krishna. And devatas are just like a medium. They are in mediator, or they are just like in between the Lord and us. So Krishna mentions Sataya Shraddhaya Yuktas Tasya Radhanamiyate Labate Cha Tata Kaman Mayeva Vihitan Hitan. So Krishna is clearly mentioning here that Sataya Shraddhaya Yuktas means endowed with faith, Tasya Radhanamiyate. So when they worship the devata, labate cha tata kaman. Labate means they receive, tata kaman, their desires will be fulfilled. But actually the benedictions are ultimately given by me. Mayaiva vihitan itan. So Krishna is the ultimate Lord who gives that benediction through the devatas. Now let's understand the proper way of worship and the right way of our vision towards the devatas and God Krishna. So Krishna mentions in chapter 9 that the devotees of other gods, other devatas, they are actually indirectly worshipping me. They are actually worshipping Krishna only, but the way of worship is not the proper way. It means they have to directly worship Krishna, because he is the one who deserves all the worships. So Krishna mentions Yepanya devata bhakta yajante shraddhayanvita tepi mameva kaunteya yajantya vidipurvakam. Yepi anya devata bhakta yajante shraddhayanvita. So Krishna is saying here that those who worship other demigods, devatas, yajante shraddhayanvita, with full faith, tepi mam eva kaunteya. Actually they are worshipping me indirectly, because in some places in Vedas it is mentioned devaha narayanangajaha. It means all devatas are like just like a different parts of Lord Vishnu. So worshipping devata is like worshipping some certain limb of Lord Vishnu. So that's why Krishna is saying here, Tepi Mam Eva Kaunteya. They are actually worshipping me, but they don't know. They are worshipping me indirectly. He tells at the end. tepi mameva kaunteya yajante avidhi purvakam. But this worship of me, indirect worship, is not in a proper terms. Avidhi. Vidhi means the proper regulations, rules and regulations. Avidhi means this is not according to the regulations. So the right way is directly worship Krishna. And Krishna mentions, so what is the consequence of worshipping devatas? The living entities in this world, because they are not in the right conception of their identity, that we are the spirit soul, and they are in the illusion of this material conception that I am this material body, and all the matter, all the material things in this world is for my enjoyment. So because of this, they are running after the material things. So when they are running after for the temporary material things, they worship devatas to get the benedictions. Even in the case of Hiranyakashipu, we saw Hiranyakashipu wanted boons that he not die in that body. But Brahma told, this is not possible to give, because even I am not immortal, because in this body, the body of the Brahma, this is also has to pass one day. In the ultimate dissolution, that is Pralaya, I have to give up this body. So even I am not immortal, then how can I give this benediction to you, Hiranyakashipu? So like this, Hiranyakashipu was answered by Brahma. So we can understand that, so nothing is permanent in this world. Everything is non-permanent, it is temporary. Everything changes, everything destroys one certain time. So that's why Krishna mentions, Antavattu phalam tesham tadbhavati alpamedasham devan devayajo yanti madbhakta yanti mamapi. Where Krishna is saying, see, alpamedasham. Alpamedasham means of less intelligence. Alpa means less. Medasam means the intelligence. Alpamedasam Antavattu phalam tesham tadbhavati alpamedasham. So those who are having less intelligent, they are running after the temporary material things, because they want immediate gratification, immediate enjoyment. But those who are really intelligent, they go for the eternity, they go for the permanent enjoyment. So Antavattu phalam tesham. Antavattu means that which has end, that thing which is going to end, Antavattu phalam tesham. Phalam means the fruit. The fruit here, in the sense, it is a symbolic representation of the benediction which we receive from devata. Antavattu phalam tesham is the fruit which you are receiving from devatas. Fruit means, in the sense, whatever material benefits you are receiving from the devatas, it is Antavattu, means it is going to end, it is temporary. So those who are less intelligent, they go for these temporary things, and ultimately they reach that place where they are worshipping. If they are worshipping devatas, they will go to the Devaloka, that is Devan Deva Yajo Yanti. But if somebody worships me seeking for eternal happiness, they will come back to me. Mad Bhakta Yanti Mamapi. That's what it tells in the last line. Mad Bhakta means my devotee will come back to me. Ultimately, that is Vaikuntha. That is an eternal place. So this idea of reaching to same destination, worship any devata, this is wrong. This is what Krishna is stating here. Because in this world, people think that, okay, you do any kind of worship or you practice any kind of devotion, but ultimately you will reach the same goal. You don't have to worry, like that people say. But that is not the right conception. How can it be? Even if you think logically, if you have to travel to some place, you have got some destiny to reach, and you have taken a ticket of some other place, like you are traveling in a train or you are traveling in a flight, but by mistake you have taken a ticket of some other place. So it will not reach to your destiny, it will reach the destiny of the ticket. Similarly, if we are worshipping devatas, we will go to them ultimately. But if you are worshipping Krishna, we will go to Krishna. So that's what Krishna is mentioning in this verse. Even in India, there is a very common verse that, okay, you worship any devata, but ultimately it will go to Krishna. But that is not the right way. That's what Krishna was telling. Like the verse says that Akasham patitam toyam yata gacchati sagaram sarvadeva namaskaram keshavam prati gacchati. So here in this verse it is telling, as Akasham patitam toyam, as the water falls from the sky, yata gacchati sagaram, as it reaches ultimately to the ocean, wherever it will fall, like suppose it falls in lake or rivers, ultimately rivers all enter the ocean. Similarly, Sarvadeva Namaskaram means all the like worships to the devatas, Keshavam Pratigachat. So it will reach to Lord Keshava, that is Krishna. Of course, this is true that every the worship of any devata ultimately it reaches to Krishna. But Krishna mentioned in Gita that that is not the right way. Avidhi Purvakam. The right way is to worship Krishna. And he mentions another verse that whomever you worship, you will reach that destination ultimately. He mentions that Yanti Deva Vrata Devan Pitran Yanti Pitra Vrataha Bhutani Yanti Bhutecha Yanti Madhyajinopi Mam. So here Krishna clearly mentioning, like whomever you worship, you will reach them. Devan Yanti Devan Vrata Deva means if you are worshipping devatas, you will go there. Yanti means you will reach there. Yanti Devan Vrata Devan Pitran Yanti Pitra Vrata. So if somebody is worshipping their ancestors, their forefathers who are coming in the family lineage, so they will go to Pitraloka. Bhutani Yanti Bhuteja. Bhutani means all the living entities. Suppose somebody is worshipping some other human beings, they will come back to here again, this world. So we see some people are doing black magic. They are worshipping some ghostly creatures. So they will go to the planets where there are ghosts staying, like Yaksha, Rakshasas, Asuras. So they will go there. So Krishna mentions ultimately, if Mad Yajino Yanti Mamapi, means if somebody worships me, so they will come back to my eternal abode. That is Krishna Loka, that is Vishnu Loka, Vaikunta. So the right disposition towards the devatas and Krishna is, we know Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God. So he deserves the worship from all the living entities, and even we know the devatas also worship the Krishna. It is mentioned that when Indra performs yajna in the Swarga Loka, along with all other devatas present there, they are performing yajnas. Directly Vishnu comes there and accepts the ahutis. Like here in this world, the people do yajnas for devatas, and their devatas do yajna for the Vishnu directly. So that's why our right disposition is that devatas are the order carriers of Lord Vishnu, and we respect devatas, we offer our pranams of obeisances to them, but we worship Krishna. Hare Krishna.